On this YouTube channel, I like to talk about all different things from business and money to life and all the things that I learn. It's kind of more of a personal diary than it is a YouTube channel, and people just happen to watch, right? But here's something that I've learned in the past, realistically, 2 months. I've learned that hard times, tough times, are actually the best times in a lot of ways. The past 2 months has really been a challenge for me in a number of ways, right? I've had a lot of things happen. I know some people would say, well, that's nothing compared to what I have if I start to explain. But here's the thing, right? Stress, worry, sadness, happiness, it's all relative. Someone's happiness is going to look stupid to somebody else because they have a completely different perspective. And someone's sadness is going to look completely worthless to someone else because obviously there's people in the world who live in war zones, right, who have true reasons to be sad. And there's people who live as kings and princes who are probably quite depressed as well. So I want to explain that as a starter, right? Feelings are relative and no one's are necessarily invalid in that way, in my opinion, right? So what I'm trying to say here is this. You guys might think that my sort of situation is nothing, but I just want to explain what I've learned. Because I know everyone has tough times, whatever they look like for you or me, everyone has them and everyone deals with them differently. Now, about 4 years ago, I was in a similar position to where I am now, where I felt a little bit lost in life. I kind of knew what lifestyle that I always wanted, and I always have really since being a kid. And I know it sounds like an um, kind of large umbrella term, but I've always wanted to be kind of rich. And people say, well, why? Or what does that look like? I'll tell you what it looks like for me. It looks like having enough money, not necessarily to buy a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, but that is kind of what I've always wanted. But realistically, what it looks like is having enough money to be sat outside or wherever I like on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Friday, day of the week, not be in work, not have to go to work, and be able to do what I like, right? It means that I have enough money to travel. It means that I have enough money to support myself in my own property and house and support my family and all this sort of stuff. That's what real, genuine wealth looks like for me. And again, having a big business of my own is something that I've always aspired to. So I've always known that. I've never been someone, even when I was a kid, who thought, oh, I want to be a nurse or I want to be a teacher. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, credit to anyone who does that. You're probably more of an integral part of society than I ever will be, even if I was to make it rich. But here's the fact, right? Here's the fact of it. The fact of it is, I've never really wanted to work a 9 to 5, and I've never really had a career path in mind. If I'm honest, the only times I've ever thought about a career path and what I wanted to do is when I thought about what could potentially make me the most money. So I've never really been inspired like that. But what I saw in both of these sad times, like I say, the past month or two, and also the past 4 years ago, I saw myself in a point where I didn't really have the means to facilitate these goals. I saw myself in a time where I had all of these grand beliefs and wants and desires to go different places, see different people, hang out, make money, have that kind of status symbol of you doing it for yourself and people know it, right? It's something that people look highly on. But when you can't do it, you feel kind of frustrated in a way. What are you doing wrong? What can I do? It makes you feel terrible. Now this time, unlike 4 years ago, I've had a lot of different other stresses thrown in. Part of them due to kind of being an adult, and the other part just sometimes that's how it goes, right? If I'm honest, in the past month my car exploded. The engine blew up. This is not untrue. The car was a complete write-off. Well, it wasn't, but for me it was. I was not going to pay what it was needing to repair because it was a terrible car. So I bought a new car that left me basically broke, right? I've had a lot of things to manage, including some. It's not worth going into, but here's the point, right? The point is, these times have taught me ever so much because what has come out of this stress for me? I'll tell you what's come out of it for me. A new perspective on life has come out, just like it did 4 years ago. Truth be told, some people do have tough times and they don't utilise them. They do just sit there and feel bad about it. But here's the thing, right? No one's coming to make you feel better, and if they are, it's probably not a good thing. Because if you're being made to feel better in a time where you're doing terrible, I personally think that is a sense of escapism, which is not going to be worthwhile for most people most of the time. You need to have genuine results that make you feel better. Whether it's getting an A in your exams, that's what you want to do. Whether it's building a business and getting rich off it. Whether it's whatever, right? You need to go and fulfill the dream. Anything else, in my opinion, is just escapism. So if you're somebody who does escape, step one is to get to work. You know, for the past 2 months, especially last month, when I wasn't seeing the results of the work that I was putting it in, I was doing all different sorts of things, right? I applied for hundreds of jobs. I did get a job in the end. I applied for hundreds of jobs. I was doing hundreds of eBay listings a week. I wanted to see my money increase, to be honest. That's all I wanted to see, because I wanted to have investment capital and also money to spend, a lot of money to spend. And it started to pay off in the next month. And then this month, I've had a lot more vision because my mind's starting to come back to where it should be. And what I mean by that is, 2 months ago, everything in my head was brilliant. I mean, like, the way I perceived life. Because I had tens of thousands, right? Which was a nice amount of money to invest, to spend, whatever. I was making a lot of money, and everything was good. As soon as that savings got deducted for a car, which is a personal choice, I didn't have to get a car the first time or the second time. As soon as that happened, though, my position, in my opinion, changed, because now it was crunch time, and I didn't have the time to sit there and feel sorry for myself, right? I didn't have the time to sit there and stress. And like I say, the car's not been the only thing, but I don't necessarily want to go into everything because I don't think it is worth talking up your problems. Talk up the positives, not the negatives. But here's the thing, right? In this period, I have been putting in so much extra effort because now I saw the vision. And the past month, not 2 months ago, but the past month, I've now seen the results. My eBay sales have increased by 100%. 100%. The revenue, I believe, is going to increase closer to 150, 200% this month because I'm selling better items, more profitable items, right? I've got the job, which has taught me a lot about life. I've just made a video on that. I have done a lot of different things, right? And now I'm at a point where my finances are getting good again. I'm getting quite a lot of money coming in per month, if I'm honest. And that's great. But also, just the other night, I had a new vision. Because, I'm not going to lie, the business that I have on eBay right now is great, and it makes me a nice amount of money. Honestly, it's a livable wage, even if I was to quit my job. But here's the thing, it's not Lambo money, it's not Ferrari money, it's not living in a nice apartment in city centre money, right? It's standard life money. And that's fine for some people. Some people would be really content doing that at age 21. You're making a full-time income online and also working a job as well, so you're making a decent amount. But that's not me, right? I want to get to that next level. And I had the idea that just went... It was just like, that's so clear. That's such a clear-cut idea. And ever since, I've started... I don't want to give too much in on this topic, but... And I know I've said that about a lot of different topics in recent videos. I'm not trying to give too much away, but everything's a work in progress because so much is going on. I have now started selling a different sort of product online, right? Which I can sell revenue per item, potentially between £400 and £4,000, or even £10,000 per item. Profit per item, at the lowest end, 100, at the highest end, £3,000 an item. And people might say, that's not realistic, that's not going to work. Number one, I don't care. Because in my position right now, I've got, and I know I have got stuff to lose, but in my head I've got nothing to lose, right? Because I live at home, living costs are low, nothing else to worry about. Take some risks, right? Go make something happen, or go at least try. My new category that I'm selling online has already made me £400, and I've been doing this for about 3 days or so, something like that. I've actually been taking it seriously. £400 I've made in a matter of days. Like I say, my eBay sales this month, revenue £5,000. I've not seen figures like that this good for maybe 15 months. 15 months I've not seen eBay profits and revenues this good. It's amazing, man. It really is. Because now I don't care about anything. And what I mean by that is not I'm giving up on life or not anything like that, right? I don't care, right? And that might sound like a part of the brain that some people can't access, but trust me, if you're ever in this position, you will feel the same way. It's like, oh, friends, do you want to hang out? No, I don't. I've picked up an extra shift at work. Okay, well, what about after work? No, even though I finish at 2 in the afternoon, I'm going straight home. I'm doing eBay listings until 7 p.m. From 7 p.m, I'm doing other stuff online to make money. You know, even some of the girls that I've got in my life, do you want to hang out? I'm sorry, but no. And a lot of the things that I have like that, socially, are assets that most young people would, or a lot of young guys at least, because I make videos on the topic and I see it in the comment section. I know that with a lot of the things that I have in life, some people say I'm taking it for granted, and some people say that I don't know how lucky I am, because I know a lot of guys don't have enough friends in their life to be fortunate enough to cancel on their friends. And if they did, they would never do that. I know a lot of guys, probably a lot of young guys, don't have any girls in their life. And the fact that girls want to spend time with them and hang out with them, that would make them elated. And it makes me feel very fulfilled that I've been able to attract people, both friends and potentially romantic partners, to a point where people want to hang out. That's great. But here's the thing. I've got a life goal and I am on the grind now. I don't care about anything else, if I'm honest with you guys. I do not care, right? I'm still going to hang out with my friends, but maybe 1-2 days a week. Nothing else, seriously. Nothing matters as much. Because when you are in a bad time, you have got nothing to lose and you've got everything to gain. And if you can unlock that thought in your mind, think about how powerful of a force you will be. Who's got more to win than anyone who's got something to prove, right? You've got nothing more to win. You can win so much. And even when I reflect on my life, right, I know it's 21 years, and some people say it's very short. It is. But honestly, I make these videos both for myself and probably for people younger. When I reflect on my life and my time, my short time, I'll say one thing. Both 4 years ago, now, times in the past, times in between, whether it's smaller things or bigger things, the times where everything's been great, right? The times where money's been just pouring in, the times where you've had an absolute abundance of people in your life that you really respect and enjoy the company of, the times that everything's going super, super well, often are unfortunately the least productive times. Because, let's be honest, right? If you've got 10 friends and they all want to hang out every day, well, that's too many friends for every day of the week. Then you've got some girls in your life, you might see her on Saturday or Sunday. And it's like, that's all good, but where's the time for work? Where's the effort for work? Because everything's fun. Everything's fun. Now, in my life, in a way, nothing's fun. And what I mean by that is, I can sit here and, let's just say I was here with a friend. Obviously, I'm not. I like to film these videos by myself, but if I was here with a friend or a girl, we could be, I don't know, having a fire or something. But here's the thing. In the back of my mind right now, even when I'm filming this video, is work tomorrow. In the back of my mind right now is thinking, I need more money in my account, right? So now what's going to happen when I stop filming this video? I'm going to go home and I'm going to hopefully make some more money. And even whilst I am filming this video, I do the YouTube, yes, because I enjoy it, but also as another potential stream of revenue. When you're in tough times, genuinely, or what you see as tough times, your life will change. And what I mean by this is, you'll get a newfound understanding of what you do not want. Because the reason why things are tough is because you do not appreciate what you've got going on. So if you don't appreciate what you've got going on, you see what you don't want in life. And then you can start to think about what you do want in life, right? Then you will start to work towards it, I think. That's personally my view on it. And that's why I think tough times create the most resilient of people, because, you know, looks are something that we're born with. We might be good looking, we might be bad looking. You know, that's the kind of thing that we can't control. But people want other things in life. People want mental fortitude. People want respect. People want social skills. But they don't want to do the work that comes with it, or the work that you have to do that comes with it. And what I mean is this. We're all going to have tough times. I right now don't feel very great in life at all. But here's the thing. I still get up every day and go to work. I don't even have to go to work. I could quit the job right now. I don't even need the money, because I make enough online. But I'm doing it for a lesson. I might not be doing it long term, but I'm doing it now for a lesson. I get up every day and I do it. I am grinding the eBay. Gym. I'm in the gym as often as I can, which, whilst working as often as I do, is a bit of a challenge. But, you know, I'm trying to invest. I'm trying to do everything in my power. Number one right now for me is not necessarily the gym. It's not necessarily hanging out with friends, even though I always am going to love my friends and family and loved ones. But I need more money, right? Because my life is going to slip away for the next 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. And there's nothing that's going to guarantee or ensure that I'm going to be successful, bar my own work. So that's number one. Like I say, I've had the most clear-cut visions. I've seen what I want. I've seen what I don't want. I've been reminded of how it works, how it doesn't work, what life can look like in a bad situation. And also, I've been shown how I can fix it. Some people sit there in tough times and just endure it in a bad way. They'll just sit there and bury their head in the sand. And nothing good comes of that, if I'm honest, in my opinion. What's going to come of it? It's going to come laziness, it's going to come the lack of experience of dealing with difficult problems. If you're always turning away from them, you'll also never complete them. When you can build that mental resilience, you will become indestructible, because you will know how to solve every problem. And yeah, for the past 2 months for me, it's been a very unpleasant time in a number of ways, and it still is, every single day almost. But I am now coming to a point where I see that vision again, and I see the results coming through hard again. And it's another reminder, and it's another kind of tick box of you can deal with this challenge and this challenge and this challenge. And that's why I've always been so motivated, or at least this time, because now I know, after doing it before, that even if I do feel quite challenged right now, I can beat anything. I know that to be the case because I've done it. I can beat anything. And that's why I can always be potentially miserable. It's why I can be challenged, but it's why I can never really be a defeatist, and why I personally could never give up. So that's just my views. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.